I would describe myself as a historian, primarily of Black Britain. My main interest is in documenting the hidden histories, the hidden stories of people from the Caribbean, from Britain, from West Africa, who have made an impact in this country over many, many generations. I come from a working class family. When I was growing up, I was always drawn to Fulham because that's where my parents were born. When I was old enough to go on the Underground, I used to go over to Fulham and visit the older relatives. Amongst the older relatives were my Aunt Esther. She was a Black Londoner who, like my parents and my family, had been born in Fulham. I realise more and more that we have to stop looking at Black people in Britain in history through racism only. We have to look at a broader range of experiences. Racism has played a very big part in people's lives in this country. But what I've learned from my own family background, for example, my white working class great-grandmother, Granny Johnson, adopted Aunt Esther into my family in 1941 when Aunt Esther's father was killed in an accident during the London Blitz. Esther was left on her own. She had no relatives, no one. So Granny, being Granny, said with a big heart, said, come and live with us. So that's how she became part of my family. And there's a lot to learn from that example. It is an alternative history, if you like, to the one that we're constantly being reminded of, which is the racism. We also need to broaden the story to include other positive stories, because that, for young people, is very empowering. On the occasions that I went out with Aunt Esther, people always commented on her accent, that she talks with a Cockney accent, and they couldn't understand why this Black elder talked with a Cockney accent. And so she was quite happy to explain that she wasn't born in the Caribbean, she was born in London, and she's very proud of that fact. It's an interesting question whether I would have embraced Black British history if I hadn't had Aunt Esther in my family. I suspect no, I wouldn't have, because she was such a great influence and a trigger for the work that I did.
Click the videos to watch more Londoners, and don't forget to subscribe.